As the storm of war swept across Kerok and the Telerian League mobilized its legions to defend their lands, many gazed into the future with dread. But amid the rising darkness, there was one man who welcomed the coming chaos with anticipation. Santino the Glorious. Santino was no ordinary man. As the arcane advisor of Velyzar, one of the 5 most powerful figures in the bustling trade city, he held sway over magic and minds alike. But more than that, Santino was a genius, an alchemist, a sorcerer of unparalleled talent. His greatest creation, an artifact oil, so potent that when applied to any object, it could amplify its power beyond imagination. This oil fueled the war machines of both the Gaelan Pact and the Telerian League. And war would make Santino richer than any mortal had ever dreamed. But neither his wealth nor his power could shield him from his own mortality. It came without warning. One day, as he walked through his manufactory where the sacred oil was brewed, his breath caught, his heart stilled. Santino collapsed, and as the last flickers of his life faded, he heard a voice, soft, seductive. "Do you wish to live on?" The voice was gentle, but it bore a sinister promise. "Would you take the lives of others to extend your own?" Santino hesitated only a moment before answering, "Yes." In that instant, the man known as Santino the Glorious died. But something else, something darker, rose from the cold stones of his workshop. A creature that bore his face, shared his mind, but harbored a hunger, a thirst for life itself. At first, no one noticed. Santino killed in secret. His victims vanished without a trace. But the hunger grew, insatiable. He killed again and again, until the war, the very chaos that once promised him power, took from him the one thing he cherished most, his son. Crushed by grief, twisted by pain, Santino surrendered fully to the darkness. He murdered openly, viciously, with no remorse. With every life he stole, his power grew, and so did the wrath of the Sacred Order. The Knights of Light and their inquisitors hunted him without mercy. And finally, Santino understood. It had to end. In an act of final repentance, he sealed himself within a hidden temple, buried deep beneath the sands. There, encased in a prison of ancient magic, he lay down to rest, condemned to eternal slumber. His manufactory was destroyed by the Sacred Order, the enchanted oil lost to the desert winds, and the world forgot him. But the magic was not perfect. While his spirit lay dormant, his body remained awake and restless. Driven by an endless hunger, Santino's form twisted and decayed, becoming a gaunt and monstrous shadow of his former self. So immense was his power that the oil buried in the earth slowly seeped towards him, drawn to his essence, and with it he broke free. Now the nomads of Velyzar whisper of a creature that prowls the sand-swept hills, a being they call Al-Naemeh, the Sleeper. They say his eyes remain forever closed, but woe to any who wakes him. For when he strikes, there is no escape. Yet with the right spells and sacred weapons, his body can be forced back into temporary slumber, just long enough to flee, or to risk everything and steal a few precious drops of his powerful artifact oil. The desert is still. No sound, only the whisper of the wind across the dunes. But then, a shadow stirs, a low growl in the dark. You feel it. He's here. Al-Naemeh, the Sleeper, awakens. Which tales from Teleria do you want to hear next? Just let me know in the comments. And if you like the stories, I would be very happy about a like or a subscription. That way you support me and this channel.